Busch Gardens Williamsburg just released Pantheon a few months ago, and yet we already have some leaked details about their future 2021 coaster. Like, oh my god, like Seaworld Entertainment is really pushing it by putting in all these coasters, and yet we have another one for Busch Gardens Park, like, oh my god. So if you know Busch Gardens Williamsburg, you know they've been rumored to get a Giga coaster sometime in the future. Like, there was some rumors about some site plans for it. So based on the information we have, this is what the ride can potentially turn out to be. So again, it's another launch coaster coming to Williamsburg, which in my opinion, I think it's a little stupid how they're getting another launch coaster even though they have 3 already with Pantheon opening. Like, I think that's a little strange that they're getting another launch coaster, and it's so similar to Pantheon. So when you look at what this layout is going to be like, it's going to have a backwards launch going into a small spike, then it's going to go forward into the launch, go into a turn, and then go into a 300 plus tall vertical spike. In this animation, it's not going to be straight up. According to these leaked plans, it's going to have a spiral, which makes sense because Pantheon, it's already going to have a vertical spike, which brings me to the point that I think it's weird that Busch Gardens Williamsburg, they're building a ride so similar to Pantheon the year before this ride potentially comes out. Why is Busch Gardens Williamsburg looking to build a Giga and one so similar to their other rides? I mean, this will be the third coaster that Busch Gardens Williamsburg has something like this, like Tempesto, Pantheon, this thing. They're all basically going to be the same with the multi-launch coaster with the forward and backwards launch feature. What we know about this ride, it's going to go on the old Drakenfire station, so it's going to be reusing that station in the old Oktoberfest area, and this will be the tallest Giga if it opens in 2021. So why would Busch Gardens even bother with this ride, considering they're getting Pantheon? I'm pretty sure this was in the rumor mill of being built with Pantheon, but it was just so ridiculous to decide. I'm guessing Busch Gardens Williamsburg decide, we'll make it 2 projects. We'll make Pantheon, and then we'll have this thing later in the future. Because I'm pretty sure Busch Gardens Williamsburg, they were intending on getting a Giga ever since Seaworld Entertainment was starting to pour more money into these parks. I feel Busch Gardens Williamsburg, they wanted to get a Giga because King's Dominion is down the road, and they wanted something super tall that can be a match to something like I-305. I mean, this Giga may be unique to other Giga coasters, but this ride isn't unique at all to Busch Gardens Williamsburg. I'm pretty sure they just wanted to add a Giga as a way to challenge a rival park that's only 50 miles away from them. But I feel that Busch Gardens Williamsburg should get something else, because this ride does look a little strange. It's like Intamin took an impulse coaster, didn't make it inverted, then took one of their old shuttle coasters like Superman Escape from Krypton and made this strange thing. Honestly, it just boggles my mind that Williamsburg is getting this still. I mean, honestly, I think this would have worked better at literally any other SeaWorld park, excluding San Diego because it got that height limit. But I feel this ride would have worked better at, like, Tampa, because it's something really different than anything at Tampa. So I don't really understand why Busch Gardens will be building this kind of ride. I mean, they know this ride is similar to the other rides. Like, you know why this spike is gonna be twisted? Because they don't want to be similar to Pantheon. I just think this ride is pretty strange. I do think it'll be a good ride. I mean, I'm not sure what to say about this. I mean, the layout looks pretty interesting. It's short and sweet, to my opinion. I mean, it will be cool to see a ride this size at Williamsburg, but I just think it's kind of stupid that they're building a ride so similar to everything else in the park, when SeaWorld Entertainment could probably put something a little more unique here and move this ride somewhere else where there's nothing like it anywhere. Because now Busch Gardens Williamsburg, they're gonna have the most launch coasters at any park in the world, which is honestly kind of funny, because if you know, King's Dominion, they used to have this record for the most launch coasters in the world before Hypersonic, Volcano, the Blast Coaster, they were all torn down. I think that's kind of funny why Busch Gardens is trying to take that record that King's Dominion used to have. I think that's kind of funny. So judging about this ride, I do think it's going to be a very strange coaster that we've never seen before. Honestly, I feel like if you've ridden like Wicked Twister or V2 or Superman, it's going to be something like this, but on a whole other level. So leave in the comments below on what you think of this coaster. Do you think Williamsburg should have got this? Do you think they should have put this in a different park? And another thing, do you think Busch Gardens Williamsburg is the right park for SeaWorld to keep pouring all this money into? Because I think it's weird that this park and like San Diego, SeaWorld is really determined to pour the most money in these parks, it seems like. So comment down below, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, because it really does help this channel. And I'll see you guys next time on Great American Coasters.